What's up, Ferret Nation? It's me, YemmytheFerret here with another episode of YemmyCast, a video game podcast on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes. So thank you for listening on whatever platform you are listening on. Remember, the podcast does premiere Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube and Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time on the weekend. And it's available on the same day, no matter what platform you listen to. We got a good amount of things to cover today, including the state of play that was last week, also some news from Nintendo E3, and you can buy what for your parrot? Ooh, cliffhanger. Listen more to find out. So how is everyone today? I know it's another early morning for y'all, but here we are in the YemmyCast studio, and streaming studio, and video editing studio, and etc, etc. Whatever. I'm doing pretty good today, not gonna lie. I was playing some Shrek the Third again earlier on live stream, and what do you know? We beat the game. Yes, that is right. We beat Shrek the Third. And oh boy, was that an experience. I'm not sure what I'm going to live stream next for a series. I was thinking of maybe Assassin's Creed Unity, going back into it. I made a promise to someone that I would play it again, or I could do another Shrek game. Shrek games seem to be pretty popular right now, so, well, maybe we'll do that. I don't know yet, but whatever it will be, I hope that you follow along, because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Just kidding, I'm okay. Also, that the Shrek the Third, the last Shrek stream that I did, was actually given a copyright, but not like, a strike, just a copyright notice. And it was for like a minute-long segment where I didn't talk during one of the mini-games, so I had to go back and mute that. So if you go back and rewatch it for whatever reason, just know that there will be a muted section towards the end. And I only muted it because I need to download the video. I know, I should record and stream at the same time. Well, not every stream is going to be amazing, Sometimes you have a stream where you're like, I don't really care about that one. But this one, the Shrek ones have been pretty good. So if you want to, make sure you check those out. Also, still trucking down a one-way street. Yeah, I'm still trucking through Days Gone. I should have said motorcycling. I'm cycling through Days Gone. Still getting through that. I'm getting closer and closer to the end, and I really like, as the farther I go with this one, it's still just being like a meh experience. Like you have fun sometimes, and sometimes you don't. I don't know. It's getting to be a little tedious right now because I'm trying to grind to get the trust up in my different camp zones, different settlements, so I can get better gear. Right now I'm like level 3 in Copeland's, level 2 in the hot springs, and at Iron Mike's I'm like level 1. So it's like, or maybe I think I just did get to level 2. I finally got to level 2, but it's like, it takes so long for that stuff, and like, if you sell bounties there, or if you tell people to go to places, it will raise that trust, but it doesn't seem to be enough. I feel like I'm so close to getting to the end of this game, and I have like no trust with anyone, so it's weird. But I'm not gonna sit here and complain about Days Gone again to you guys. I think you've all heard my millions and millions of gripes. I'll roll the clip. No, I'm just kidding. But let's start off today with the Sony State of Play for the 9th of May, 2019. And it started off with Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Iceborne? Yeah, Iceborne. And this is another open world game set in the Icelandic region of the Monster Hunter world. I'm not a big fan of Monster Hunter World. Like, I've played it a little bit. I just couldn't get into it. A lot of these Japanese art style kind of games I can't really get into myself. I think I just don't like the style or whatever it is. But this is one of those games that I played for a little bit, and I said, nah, it's not really my thing, and I got rid of it. But the DLC, I don't know if it's DLC or a new game. I don't know for sure, but it's coming out the 6th of September. It's going to be releasing. You can actually pre-order it now if you want to. There's going to be new monsters, new environments, and new equipment. And the trailer for it was just a cinematic trailer. So if you're looking for gameplay, it's not here yet, but I'm sure before September they'll definitely put something out. Also, there was a game called River Bond, which is a hack and slash twin stick kind of game with an kind of like a Minecraft style to it. Everything's blocky. It's just a hack and slasher, just to fight enemies and go through it. There's 4-player local co-op supported, which is pretty cool. Will I be getting this one? Probably not. I'm sure it'll be PlayStation Plus eventually, to be honest with you, but you know, it looks kind of neat. I don't know why they would put something like this into a state of the play announcement, because it kind of just like goes like, it just makes you go, I mean, it looks like a basic game, a game that could come out any week. I don't know why they're putting a big emphasis on this, but you know, it's there, and if you are excited, good on you, mate. Also, there's going to be a limited edition PS4 coming out next month for the Days of Play, which is returning. It is a steel, what do they call it? A steel gray finish on the PlayStation. Just kind of, it really just looks like a normal PlayStation, just with a triangle, circle, X, and square button or shapes on the front there. It comes with a matching controller as well. It also has a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's a PS4 Slim console, so you know it could look nice in your collection if you're a collector of PlayStations. It is limited edition, and it will be it'll be coming around next month. Let's just finish with that. Also, there is a game called Predator Hunting Grounds, which was had a little tiny little ein bisschen trailer in the state of play. It was pretty much just a panning shot of a forest, then you saw some humans, then you saw the predator, and that was it. And then the titles card, of course, played. It's going to be a 1v4 game where the predator tries to take out the humans and vice versa. It looks interesting. It's not supposed to be available until 2020, so that's next year. It's pretty much just an Evolve kind of game. Evolve was the game where one person was a giant monster, and there was 4 people who tried to kill the monster, and the monster tried to level up by eating things and stuff like that to get stronger, and it was just a huge game of cat and mouse. Like, people would chase after the monster, chase, get him down in low health, they would run away, and then you would have to chase, and follow the tracks, and blah, 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 and it was just a very boring, repetitive game, and even though I liked the characters and stuff like that, I played as, like, this yellow robot guy. I was really into him. No one, like, by the time I was into the game, everyone stopped playing it, and then me, myself, was like, yeah, this ain't that great after I played a good amount of rounds. But yeah, this might be a cooler concept. Things seemed a little bit, it's probably a little bit more of an even playing field between the two. I know the movies show that the Predator's like slicing through people like butter, but I think that they're going to make it a little bit more even here where, you know, one Predator won't exactly overpower everyone, kind of like the monster will in Evolve. Other than that, can't really say much about it because we haven't seen any gameplay, so we're just going to move right along. They also showed off a game called Away, the survival series, and you play as a sugar glider, which is a squirrel with wings, pretty much. It looks a little bit different from a squirrel, and you have to like dodge stuff or something like that. It's interesting. I don't know why they would show this off at State of Play again. This seems like a game that just, I don't know, does it really deserve this big, huge spotlight on it? There weren't too many games in this State of Play. But anyways, I digress. It looks interesting. We haven't played as a sugar glider yet in a game, I don't think, at all. So we'll see how this goes. Also showed off was a good amount of Medieval, the remaster gameplay. I was really excited for this. This made the State of Play for me, like seeing this gameplay and hearing the music, because I played this game when I was a kid, and you know, if you try and buy the game nowadays and you're not using an emulator, the game is like upwards to like $50, $60, $100, and it's ridiculous, and I don't want to spend that kind of money, so I'm waiting for this to come out to play the game again. I really enjoyed this game when I was a kid. The release date for the game is the 25th of October, and it will be priced at around $20, and if you want to, you can buy the Digital Deluxe Edition, which is available for pre-order now. You get 10 lovely avatars at launch, and you also get an art book, a digital art book, a free armor set in the game, also a digital comic book, the original soundtrack, and a PS4 dynamic theme for just $10 more. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited for Medieval. It's coming out in October, actually on Halloween, which is freaking nice. I'm ready to get into this. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro both got great remasters, and I'm really excited for this. And I think this is a fair price. It's only one game, besides the other two were 3 games, so the price was more justified on those. So I think this is a great deal, and I think that a lot of people are going to rediscover this lost gem. And finally, at the end of the State of Play was Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they just showed off some cinematic gameplay, stuff like that, showed off some fan-favorite characters, and back in 2015, they announced that this game would be a episodic release, and they are sticking with that. The creator or developer came out and said that the game will be indeed split into parts, for those who were wondering. So this is kind of weird. I mean, I think the whole craze of episodic gaming is pretty much over. Really, the only company doing right now is the Life is Strange company, and I don't know if this is a better way to do this or not. I don't think so. I think this is actually probably the worst way to do it, because is this game really even suited for an episodic game? I don't know. I've never played Final Fantasy VII. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Final Fantasy, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who are excited about this and people who are stoked for this. This State of Play got a lot of mixed reviews to it. People were saying was the better than the last one. People were saying it was worse. People saying it was like in the middle, about the same. Me personally, I didn't like this one as much as the original State of Play. I think that the original State of Play had too much going on, and there was just like all these VR games that didn't really need a spotlight. But I'm glad that they are still, spotlighting VR games, because that's a big part of the PlayStation. But this State of Play seemed a little bit too small. It didn't have as many hard-hitting games as I thought it would have. Really, the only one that I was interested in at the end of the day was Medieval, and that Sugar Glider one. I looked into that one a little bit more. Other than that, I wasn't interested in Monster Hunter World, not interested in Final Fantasy, and I wasn't interested in River Bond. So hopefully the next one has more games for someone like me. But for now, I thought it was decent. Like, watching it, I thought like the 10 minutes was good enough of a window. They had 10 minutes of just music getting people hyped, and then they had 10 minutes of content. And I thought that was fine. I thought that was a good short amount of time, and they got through enough games and gave them enough time for them to kind of be shown off and then move on to the next one. So not too bad. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about the State of Play. It wasn't too bad, but they can definitely do better in my eyes. So moving on to some Nintendo news, Nintendo has announced its plans for E3 2019, and they put out the times list for the Direct show. Before the Direct show on June 8th, there's going to be a Splatoon 2 World Championship, followed by the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate World Championship 3v3 tournament. Then on June 11th at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, which would be 11 a.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. British Time, they'll release a Nintendo Direct detailing all the Switch games coming in 2019, and a little bit more maybe. Then followed by that is 3 days of the Nintendo Treehouse live stream with the members and developers joining them for a more in-depth look at upcoming games. So it looks like they have a lot coming for E3 and pre-E3. Am I excited? Sure, of course. I'm always excited to see what new games Nintendo is cooking up. And 2019 for the rest of the year, that's a pretty big window. So hopefully they'll show off some really cool ones. Hopefully we'll get some Metroid stuff in this one. Also, I'm sure people are looking forward to more Link's Awakening details. And I can't really think of anything else right now that I could be looking forward to, or series that maybe aren't at the forefront right now. Maybe Mario Odyssey something. Maybe a new Mario game might be coming later this year. Who knows? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. The motto of the podcast, wait and see. Also, Tetris 99 has finally gotten a DLC. It's called the Big Block DLC, and it's adding 2 new offline game modes. And also there's a Game Boy theme you can unlock as well. So the Big Block DLC is a one-time purchase of $10, which includes CPU Battle, allowing you to play Tetris 99 offline against 98 bots, and there's also a Marathon mode, which you'll challenge yourself to clear as many lines as you can and score big. Additional items are coming to the game as well, but that will be revealed at a later date. So you can pretty much just practice the Battle Royale mode offline against computers, and then also you can play the game as it was meant to be played by yourself. and you can match blocks with the places they should go. Tetris has always been a huge game, and I think that they keep innovating it enough to keep it fresh. And Tetris 99 was a online-only game, and now they've kind of made it so that you can purchase a $10 DLC to get offline play. It was nice of them to release the game for free for everyone, and this is just if you want to, you can do it. But if you have no interest in it, just skip it. All right, so Rage 2 has detailed its post-launch content roadmap all the way through 2019. There's going to be a lot of free content along with some paid DLCs. So the game launches in May, next week, the 14th of May. I'm pretty excited myself. I'll be getting it. And the first month of May, you get some new Wasteland challenges, which we don't really know what those are yet. You'll get some weapon skins, and we'll also do a world event called Bring the Ruckus. In June, there's going to be a update. It's called the Day 30 update. There'll be a new world event called Mech Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. That also includes a new ride. And there's also going to be an update to Wasteland challenges, weapon skins, and new cheat codes. So pretty much all of these are getting more Wasteland challenges and weapon skins. The cheat codes is something different. That's interesting. In July, there's going to be a new ride called the One Wheeler, and then also there's going to be a new event called Global Worming. Ooh, Tremors maybe? Could we get a little Tremors action? August, there's going to be a world event called Mutant Derby with a new expansion called Rise of the Ghosts. It's going to have a new story, new enemy faction, weapons, abilities, vehicles, and areas to explore. And then in fall, we get the world event called Rageisode 2: Attack of the Drones, along with expansion number 2 in fall called they don't have a name for it yet, but it will have a new story, weapons, abilities, vehicles, and areas to explore. So that's pretty cool. I like that they've shown everyone what they're going to be doing. I think the DLC's a little bit too soon. I mean, that's 3 months after release, which I guess is all right, but still it feels a little too soon for a DLC. But hopefully the game has enough packed into it that it'll last for 3, 4, 5 months. Who knows? I'm excited for this game, Rage 2. I've been excited for it since they revealed it, and I think it's going to be a good game, but of course I want to play it before making any judgments on it. I'm not going to buy the season pass until I make some judgments on it too, just in case. Like right now, I wouldn't buy a Days Gone season pass, but I would buy Mortal Kombat 11 season pass, which I did. So this, I want to play a good amount of it, see if I like it enough to buy the season pass, and if there's an incentive for getting it, like free themes or something like that, I'll definitely look into it even more. And then finally, the biggest news today, you can now buy a Pikachu hoodie for your parrot on Etsy. And the seller's name is Parrot Hoodies. And yes, there are way more hoodies for your parrot, but the newest one right now is a custom handmade Pikachu hoodie for your parrot. They're priced anywhere between £12 to £16, which roughly is about $19 to $25. And the hoodie is pretty cool looking. It looks like it fits most of these birds really well. There's also a sizing thing as well, so it just goes from petite to large, and it goes over the different species and varieties of parrots. And I mean, they make your parrots look pretty cool, and it's also pretty cute. So if you have a parrot, maybe you want to look into this. Or if you don't have a parrot, maybe you want to look into getting a parrot so you can buy one of these. Or if you don't want to buy a parrot, just buy the hoodie and wear it yourself. Become Ant-Man, shrink down, wear the hoodie yourself. Problem solved. All right. Also, music recommendation this week is Secret Band and their album LP2. This is an album that I reviewed last week and I gave high ratings to. I definitely would suggest anyone who likes Dance Gavin Dance and John Mess, who is the frontman of this band, to check out the band. Secret Band has the album has 10 songs. They're all hard-hitting and amazing songs. There's definitely things done in this that isn't done in like Dance Gavin Dance or anything like that. And most of the members of this band are from Dance Gavin Dance. They all have their own secret projects. They all have their own projects. And this is one that like most of them have gone into, except for Tillian. It sounds really good. The vocals are crazy. The guitar work is fascinating, and it just every song is a hit after hit after hit. It's really really good. And John Mess, who is the dirty vocalist, he does so much with his voice that I can't even imagine it. Like, it's crazy. He's constantly evolving his sound and getting better at things, and he's a really good lyricist. Even though sometimes it doesn't make any sense, it still sounds really good. So yeah, check it out if you want to. It has a giant throwing up mouse on the front, rat, whatever you want to call it, on the front of the cover, so it's hard to miss. I would suggest this anyway. It does have a lot of screaming, yelling, dirty vocals, so if you don't like that kind of stuff, you may want to pass on this one. I'm fine. Everyone's different, okay? I know when I start talking about music, all the people come to the woodworks and like, I like Nickelback, and you have to go, okay, cool, but that's not my music. So anyways, if you want to, check them out if you want to. Every week I'll try and do a different subgenre of what I like. Last week was Tiny Moving Parks, and the weeks before that was Astronoid. So all three of these bands that I've suggested to you are all three very, very different sounding bands. So I'm just trying to get something in there for everyone. If you want to, check them out. Secret Band LP2. And that's going to be it for YemmyCast, a video game podcast this week. This is episode, 37? Is it 37? I can't remember. I can't remember. But anyways, thank you for joining me for the premiere. If you were here for the premiere, I really appreciate you. If you're not here for the premiere, doesn't matter. I appreciate you as well, whether you're on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes. I appreciate wherever you are at. Please have a great have a great next week, everyone, because last week for me was tough. I worked 2 different people's jobs. I was a delivery guy and doing my own stuff as well, and it sucked. So I'm happy that this week everything's going to return to subnormality. So everyone, have a great week. If you're a mother out there, happy Mother's Day. It is Sunday, the day of mothers. So happy Mother's Day to you and to all the mothers out there, and to my own mother as well. Happy Mother's Day if you are a mother. Yeah, that wraps it up. Well, I am your host, Yemmy the Stupid Noob. No. YemmytheFerret, and this has been another episode of YemmyCast, a video game podcast.